right, we are live, KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody that's going to be joining us. Coach Q, what you got for him?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all you listeners out there on the radio, and also you listeners out there, you viewers on the Big Voice Facebook page. And say welcome everybody to episode number 10.
Yes, we made it to a time, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, we have a pretty full schedule this evening to visit about, and I have a couple special guests here with me this evening, and they are going to be leading off the topics for this evening.
All right.
I have a couple of coaches here for some of our youth girls basketball. A couple coaches here from Winnebago, Coach Tara Hernandez and Coach Two Sharpback.
What's up, ladies? How you doing?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So coaching, huh? All right. So we're going to be talking about that. Tell the listeners and the viewers what else we have in store for today's show.
Okay, so we're going to be discussing, along with our special guests, our weekly topics this week are youth basketball and where it's going. I had put on here, kindergarten through 8th and then 9th through 12th because I think I got to kind of separate those two because two different levels. So then we're going to move on into youth wrestling, talk about the Company A Scouts a little bit, and then move into high school wrestling. Districts, the girls' districts just happened this past week, and so we got some news about that. And then move on to the esports. We talked last week about the esports team making it to the state tournament, and we got some really good results about that. So that'll be a real good topic to talk about because remember, Coach Bales was in here last week, and he gave us all the rundown of all the stuff that was going on with the esports.
We got some champs.
Yeah,
back to back.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to move into a little bit of high school basketball. Winnebago's boys and girls team set to play the Santee Warriors tomorrow in Santee, so nice. We're gonna travel up there and go check that game out. Santee's been hooping pretty good lately.
No, the boys.
Yeah.
How are the girls?
The girls, they had a really small team at the beginning of the season. I'm not sure how they are now because I think they started the season off with just 5 girls.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but they got a couple wins at the beginning of the season though.
Playing some Iron Man ball up there. Huh?
Yeah. Then we're gonna talk about the high school basketball just a little bit, and then talking about are we ready for the postseason? We've been watching the live stream, doing our live stream all winter long, and I guess we'll have our little opinions about if we're ready for the postseason.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yep. And then one of our last topics, big game last night by LeBron James. Passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up on the all-time leader list.
Yeah.
And scoring. So we're going to discuss that just a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what happens. All right, ladies. Well, you guys are some coaches, and tell us about that experience.
Tell us what grade you guys coach. Maybe even mention some of the parents that are involved helping you guys out, and then how you guys doing this season.
Are you guys like head coach or coaching your own team?
2 separate teams.
Oh, okay.
In 3rd grade.
Yeah, for sure.
And I coach the one with my girls.
What's your team name called?
Wonky Nukes is Tara's team.
Wonky Nukes.
Yep. And then our team here, we go under like 3 different team names, but we're Hey Girls, aka Little Mamas, aka Mean Girls.
Dang.
Oh man.
It's a good team when you got 3 nicknames, right?
They came up with it on their own. They just, every team huddle, they come in and they're just like, what do you guys want to say? And it's just something different every time.
Every tournament, it's a different name,
Right.
Yeah. Don't let nobody know your real name.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it right there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. How about let's go like this. So, Coach 2, let us know about your squad and how you guys been doing this season, and some of you guys' good accomplishments.
Yeah, well, our team consists of 7 girls. We got Paige, Willow, Momo, Wakia, Marquita, and there's one more, Carlina. So we got 7 girls that are solid. We've been running with them all season long. So we play our games up at the arena. We're in the gold division. They're from the beginning of the season. to now, it's just incredible to see like how far they've advanced and really bought into the game.
Cool.
They're picking on it quick, and like I said, it's just exciting to watch them, grasp the game of basketball and just run with it. And they're, like I said, it's just they run with it. They go every week's different. We work on different things.
Yeah.
The Arena League is tough, and we played some good teams. The very beginning of the season, they have like this kind of like pool play that they start out with, and then they call it the Winter League. As the kickoff is the actual league.
Yeah.
So, I ain't gonna lie. At the beginning, we kind of got smacked around by those teams, but we got in there, got some more practice in. Once the league actual started,
nice.
We start knocking off all these big city teams, and we just progressed from there and really kind of took off. And we just, keep going, growing and growing.
For sure.
Just pushing it on them.
Was you guys in action at halftime? Was that your team?
Yeah, those were our girls.
What game was that? That was Bancroft.
Yep, it was Bancroft.
Yeah, and you
Bancroft.
commentated that and stuff. And hey, they tore it up, man. I mean, like everybody gets into that and everything, and it was a good job, good showing of both of the teams.
Yeah, that was I like that because both of our teams kind of got out there and play against each other, and they don't really get to do that normally outside of in practice when we do have practice together. And it was nice because that's going to be them in the future. That's going to be where they're playing, so they got a little taste of that. And the community and the stands, they got in there and they really got into it too. So they went in there and just hearing the eruptions when they score, that's what they loved it.
Got that game time experience and stuff. I think they gave them like 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah,
to do their thing.
One really good thing about doing those halftime games though is all those young players, all their parents and their grandparents and their brothers and sisters all show up to the game to come watch them play. And for one, it does give a big crowd, like the noise and everything like that. It kind of gives them the effect of a real basketball game right now in a big gym. Because a lot of times they practice, they got to bring that separator down. They can only go half court, and stuff like that. So it gives them a chance to do that. And it's in front of the entire community, and everybody loves that,
Yeah.
I had to give too a little bit of advice because we did that a few times back in the day. We did it. The girls did it twice, back-to-back night home games on Winnebago. The first night they played, I think there might have been 1 or 2 scores, and man, everybody's playing good defense, blocking shots and getting steals and stuff like that. And so in between that first time and the next time, I say, hey, what you gotta do is you gotta tell your team, hey, don't play so good at defense, let them go to the basket and score some buckets. That's what's gonna get the crowd into it. You want to hear that sound of the crowd. So I told them, hey, just kind of tell them to back off and let their players score some, and then see what the crowd does. And they scored a lot more buckets that next night than the crowd was into it.
We tried to tell them that it didn't go as planned.
Yeah, I seen that. That. Yeah, but nonetheless, they did an excellent showing and stuff. So tell us about your team, Tara.
Yeah.
My team consists of 7 girls, 2, 5 third graders. I have a first grader and a second grader playing.
Wow.
My girls, Avi and Aria, Dominique, Sophia. Who's my other ones?
Uh-oh. She's on camera too.
Loyally, and Rhinea.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
For sure.
We also play in Arena League. We're in the.
And your guys'
smaller.
name is. What's your guys' team name?
Wonky Nukes.
Okay, so that's One, and you guys are Hey Girls.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right.
But at the arena, we're Whirling Thunder 2.
Oh, okay.
Or
Whirling
1.
Thunder
Yeah.
2.
There's a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, it gets kind of confusing, but.
Did you come up with that name because of your background? Nah, I'm just playing.
Yeah, she did.
But my girls played in the lower league of it, so I think it's the silver.
Okay.
We went actually undefeated, both the beginning and then the second part of the arena
Very
league.
nice.
We took the championship for the arena league, and then we also qualified for the state tournament, which is in March.
There you go.
I could give you props, guys, because when I was in 3rd grade, my mindset was on something else and stuff. It was G.I. Joes or whatever and stuff. I don't know how you guys do it. You know what I mean? I got a 3rd grader back at home and stuff, and just that attention span and everything. I want to tell you a story, though. The one time my pops got a team together, it was me, Eric Wayman, Mal Begay, all those guys. We went up to the Morningside. They used to run games up at Morningside, and we were pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like we didn't do any good. You know. And I remember Randy DeCora was coaching his girls at the same time, and we would kind of help each other out or whatever and stuff. But this one time, I didn't understand the game of basketball myself, but we were getting blown out. And Eric goes up and he tries to block a shot, lands on his wrist, and all of a sudden, you know, he has to take a trip to the hospital, and we were without a coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world? You know, so I was a little third grader and stuff, and I was like, oh man, what are we going to do? And all this and that, I was kind of flipping out. Randy DeCora comes over and coaches us up and stuff, and we still lost and stuff like that. But when you're that age, you know what I mean? It's a tough, it's not easy. So props to you guys, and sounds like you guys got your season up and going and everything. If somebody's interested in joining your guys' team, do you guys welcome those players, or do they have to try out, or what's the process?
We kind of just formed them from volleyball.
Oh, but there you go.
From different, like from volleyball was the beginning, so then we had more than enough girls to do 2 teams.
Okay.
And that's how we got both teams going.
And you guys will play in the summer as well?
Yeah, they're going to be in, what are they going into next? Volleyball again, and then they'll be transitioning into softball. So they're going to be doing different, seasonal sports as the seasons come around. And, you know, it's just about building that team atmosphere, keeping them together, building, you know, that team camaraderie. And, you know, that's just what we want to keep them focused on each other and saying, you know, these are going to be your teammates throughout the years, and just keep them rolling, keep them busy.
See, that's the same thing we were talking about, discussing about, you know, about the boys, the middle school right now, that those guys all stuck around together ever since they was like in kindergarten playing each of the sports. They got old enough for Pee Wee football. They all play football together, then basketball, then softball. You know, then now, since Winnebago's got baseball, now they all play baseball together. It's like a year-round thing, and these girls got the right idea. You know, that I'm back down to the second grade girls division, right behind these girls here, and we talk about that too on the side. You know, like you know, we got to make sure that there's that the three classes above our respected grade, 3 classes ahead, they have to be coached, and they have to be coached good. And then the 3 classes below them, they have to be coached, and they have to be coached good.
Yeah.
So your team is always got a consistent, you know, like base of experience and everything like that. So,
right.
And then same thing with these girls. My second grade girls, they since kindergarten they all played in the Pee Wee basketball league. Then they go right into the I think basketball goes into softball. It was t-ball, and then goes into volleyball, and then basketball. It's just a cycle, and all 10 girls stay on the same team, and they enjoy it, you know, and camaraderie.
Kind of tell us, for those that I try to coach myself, and what do you guys feel when you guys are coaching and stuff? The first time you guys coached, tell us about it.
I wanted to quit.
You wanted to quit?
It's hard, especially like you said with third graders, because of their attention span.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they'll do what you want, and then all of a sudden they're doing cartwheels. And, I
always say it's like one of those moments, like, oh, butterfly. You know?
Right,
yeah, definitely.
That's still me today, but
you know, just trying to keep their attention spans, you know, focused when we're in practice, you know, and keep them busy, like, hey, no, you gotta stay here, pay attention, you know, or just little things, really. But
2 has them all crying at the end of practice.
Oh, there you go. That's a good coach.
That's a good coach right there, you know.
But you guys still play, right? I mean, you guys are playing in the leagues and stuff, you know.
Let's go. That's a whole nother episode right there.
Okay. But you guys did pretty good in basketball and everything, right?
Yeah, we
actually won.
Yeah,
we actually won.
The women's league. We held it down. Us older gals went and took it all.
Okay.
Was out there battling it. The end of the season tourney. It was.
We had the Winnebago Tribe's Employee Appreciation, and we had a free throw contest, right? And I thought I was going to be pretty good because I go to the arcade and I'm always schooling up my kids and stuff like that. And then I challenged Tara I was like, hey, man, she blew me away. And I think you won it, didn't you? Out of all the employees, 300 and some employees, you won
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
See, these 2 girls, they played big city school ball back in the day. I know 2 went to South Sioux, and I think Tara played ball in the Twin Cities, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
tore
All
it
right.
up.
Both are Thunderbirds, though.
Yep. Bunch
Repping
of tribes.
UTTC.
Oh, then they
Yep.
both played at
Oh,
United
okay.
Tribes
so
as
you guys
well.
played collegiate.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Nice.
Hey, do you guys talk about that to your team? You guys should.
Should, but we're just trying to get those fundamentals down and lay
Yeah.
down the groundwork, and
You know how many years ago that was?
we'll get there at some point once they want to start, challenging and trash talk and all that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But right now they're just little and just trying to hound in those, like I said, the fundamentals
Yeah.
and try to build that atmosphere of, you guys are good, but we could be great.
I got a request though. Okay, so here's we do winners and losers, and this is just an observation, right? I go to other games, and when they come, you do the starting five, whatever. They kind of high five, and then when they go in the middle, now I noticed that Winnebago is a little laxed on it. Do you guys practice that?
Like the jump ball?
Yeah, no. Coming out at starting five, when they announce the starting five and stuff like that, like, can they do like you see the teams like Duke and all those guys, man, they do the rocking back and forth and, go big blue and kind of three and stuff. We're just kind of like, yeah, all right, let's go.
At the high school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like the
train
chants
them-
and stuff?
Get them prepared to. I want to see dancing. I want to see cartwheels. I want to see all those high fives. That takes about 5 minutes. Come on, bro.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
know what you're talking about
That's
now.
the thing about the girls, though, is that they are always encouraging each other. Like, they're always like, yes,
There
let's
you
go.
go.
If
Yes.
somebody kind of gets hurt or somebody starts crying, they're all
Yeah.
right there.
JV game yesterday, I noticed that the boys were saying defense, and the cheerleaders they caught onto it. Then the crowd caught onto it, and it spread like that.
Yeah.
The bench needs to get into the game and be like, hey,
No, yeah, it just comes with, on our part, getting them to that point where they know what to do, like on that kind of instance. But
yeah, the third graders.
No,
huh?
we haven't practiced yet.
If you guys need some dance moves, don't come to
Yeah,
me.
So-
I know, Garen, you got to come help us out on that then.
Yeah, so I was going to talk about that, like third grade girls, kind of maybe fourth grade girls too. I mean, I haven't coached girls, but I'm kind of thinking like, you don't really holler at those girls at that age because, they can get their feelings hurt and stuff. But I don't know. Oh, is that too? Okay, no, I don't know. This is my first ride right here with girls basketball.
Yeah.
So I catch myself talking to those girls like I talk to my daughter at home,
Yeah.
And sometimes my wife says, "Hey, you can't talk to them like that. You're the coach. You're not their dad.
Yeah.
Kind of trying to be nice and everything." So I know eventually as I get older, then I'm gonna be able to at least raise my voice a little bit to kind of be a little bit more stern.
Okay.
When do you guys think that is?
I think it started now because
Yeah.
the attitudes are horrible. And, I mean, we tell them and talk to them over and over, like, you guys are teammates, lose the attitude,
Yeah.
like, everybody gets the same amount of playing time where, everybody pays attention to
I
everybody,
like that too. Yep.
But the attitude starts early, and I'm like, come on, you guys are in third grade, like, really?
We're trying to like deal with it now so we don't have to, for it to grow and
Yeah.
be something for us to really worry about, because that's
For
going to be
sure.
the biggest downfall and the biggest killer of this program. And that's where it starts. I got my little sister on the team, Willow, so I just kind of talk to them like how I would her. I'm not mean, but they are the mean girls. I'm gonna say they're call them mean girls for a reason.
Yeah.
But you try to be like, talk to them in a way where it's stern, but they understand, and you're not yelling, but
How about parent involvement? What do you guys welcome that, or do you guys encourage that, or anything like that? Because me and Q, back in the days, remember this? You'd show up at West Point and it would be like an 8 o'clock game. You got to leave the house at 6 in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parents that are be like, it's not important and stuff like that. But we try to make it at a point. My son Onipa and Gavin, they would play over in West Point a lot of times, and we would have to make that trip. But there's no other better feeling on that Saturday morning. You got something to look forward to. You get your kids out there, physical activity and stuff like that. But parent involvement, what do you guys think for Winnebago? Is it encouraged, or is it you guys got them, or?
well, go
I
ahead.
think my parents show up and are there all the time. And then, like, if we have things going on, it's always, do you need anything? Like, let us know what we can bring, or...
So you guys got that?
Yeah, to
Cool.
like add in, like...
Shout out to the parents then.
Yeah, definitely. Parent involvement is like for these third grade group, not speaking on any other groups because we don't help with other groups, but our third grade group parents are really good. You know, they really have back up their girls and that support system that you need. And if, you know, there's a time that they fall short and they can't get them to practice or they can't get them to a game, they'll message the group chat and, you know, one of us will, you know, go
cool
to
is
pull
that?
up in space. So it really, you know, building that, like, again, I said, we're trying to create an atmosphere of, like, you know, make us what we got to do to get to that next level, that next step, and make us from good to great. So that really helps a lot too when you have involved parents that come in, not only just games, but, you know, they come in and sit at practices. We're the two coaches sitting here now, but we have, you know, well, our third grade group, we have a staff of 3. That's me, Coach Vanna, Coach Isaac. Then Tara's got
me and Doreen and Kakarona every now and again.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Very
So,
cool.
you know, that's 6 coaches right there, and combined we have 15 girls. So, you know, three coaches to a team, you know, that I think that says a lot too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if one of us can't make it, you know, the other one's there. Or if we really need to, we'll fall back on that next one.
Yeah.
But we've never gotten to that point yet, but it's nice to know that we have that there if we really needed it.
Right.
You know, one thing I was going to mention, listening to the girls, you know, the girls talk and kind of talk about their teams and whatnot is, you know, a lot of I should say all of the coaches in this little peewee age area, they're all donating their time. You know, it's all nobody's asking to get paid or anything like that. You know, and I think the parents see that. I think all of our parents see that, and when you talk about parent involvement, especially nowadays, it's way better nowadays than what it was back in our day.
Right. Because
back in our day, you know, I remember when my pops was coaching us. Hey, I got the center. We only got it for 2 hours, and then he would have me and my brother down here, and then my uncle would have my cousin over there, and they would stick around. But then a lot of people, they didn't even bring their kids down. They just say, hey, you guys walk. If you guys got practice, you guys walk to the gym.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's no real involvement back then. Then when we had games, my dad had to load everybody up in his old school Ford pickup or his old van just to get to the games, you know, because nobody would want to take their kids to the game. And then now it's not like that anymore. I mean, I think one of the things for me is that Facebook Messenger. You can add all the parents on his Facebook Messenger, make a group, and then right there you can contact each other. Everybody has their phones in their hands anyway, and it's real easy to get everybody involved, let everybody know what time the games are, when practice is, fundraisers, all that kind of stuff. We do that just with these phones right now. So
for sure,
you know, that's another change in basketball as well.
Very nice. So we got to do station identification. KWTN 100.9 FM, 100.9 FM, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe. And you are joined with DJ Garanteed, Coach Q, and we have coaches Tara as well as Coach 2. So, I know you guys got to go to a game. Yeah, I like his commentary back there. Yeah, for sure.
They got about 7 minutes before they got to take off. So I'm going to skip a couple of these and then we'll come back to them.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. One of the things I was going to talk about is, I know these girls are basketball fans, and I know that they might not have watched the game last night, but I know they heard the news that LeBron James passed up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. So, did you girls watch the game last night?
Are we supposed to clap or something like that?
Let's go.
Someone
Give it to him.
You didn't sound too hyped. Are you mad?
No, I'll hype it up at the end of the show when me and you discuss it. So.
All right, got you.
I want to know how the girls felt about it, if they're LeBron James fans or what.
LeBron James fans. Are you?
No.
The world is watching.
No.
But what do you think about him breaking the record?
Hate it or love it, you gotta respect it. You know, that's just something you don't see often.
Good answer.
You must be a rapper. No.
Start flowing.
What about you, Coach Tara?
No, I don't like him.
You don't like
but
him?
My baby's a LeBron James fan. Space Jam. We watch all the time.
I have yet to see that new one.
So we were watching it, and the whole time he's screaming around, LeBron James. And we were watching. He scored that last 2 points.
You watched it, huh?
And
did you see the pictures?
I was excited.
The pictures are like everybody is on their
Everybody's
phone.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one guy sitting there. It looked like Bernie. What's his name? Remember that one pose that Bernie
Sanders?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders had when he's sitting there at the inauguration or whatever. He's just sitting there. But was that Phil Knight, right?
Yeah.
Nike?
Yeah, he said that he was just taking in the moment. He wasn't trying to capture nothing. He was trying to just live it, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
That's crazy pictures, you know.
In our lifetime.
In our lifetime.
In our lifetime, for sure.
Okay, so, Rod, another question before you guys head out. Do you guys think that LeBron's record can get beat?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah?
How many more years you say he has? Probably like what, 1 or 2? How
Man.
many years till
Hey,
Bronny's
I
there?
Right now,
think-
he's as old as I am. I got a lot more years.
Yeah, he said he got,
I don't know. Steph Curry might have a good shot though. You know, all those threes.
how many does he have, Steph? Do you know? Is he way back there?
No,
Kevin
he's way back there, but he's still young.
Yeah.
You know, he's,
Steph Curry?
Yeah, he's only like about 10 years in right now.
I know he got hurt.
Yeah.
He's sitting out now. I think he's done for the season, right?
Is he?
I think he's done for a little while, and hopefully they'll get back before the postseason, though.
But 20 years in the making for LeBron. 20 years. Do you see anybody right now in the NBA that's coming up that's, you know, because everybody said that LeBron's going to be the next big thing, and it came true. They started him out very young. You know, they were recruiting him in high school, almost junior high. Could you name a player right now that has a good shot at that?
Hey, now, how old are you? This guy right here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, honestly, no. Probably not off the top of the dome. No, have to do some research. I
I
don't.
don't even watch it. So I don't know. I mean, the only ones I've been watching is it Jalen Suggs? Just because he's a Twin Cities boy. Grew up on the west side where I grew up,
Suggs.
so
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of watching him here and there, but he
Yeah.
got ejected out of the Minnesota game though.
Well, it sounds like the Lakers are going to be done. They're not even, or they're almost going to be in one of the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
But they're not doing too good as far as the record. They even lost the game.
I know, right? He sat out the whole third quarter.
Right.
It's like, oh man.
Or fourth quarter.
I was
Third quarter.
enjoying watching the game. You know, even though on Facebook it shows that I'm not a LeBron fan, but I mean, you like Tu said, you gotta respect it. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an incredible accomplishment, especially how bad that Jabbar was. You know.
Yeah.
And just
Okay, so here's my 2 cents, what it's
Alright.
worth and stuff. I'm gonna ask you guys a question here, and help me out. But Kareem didn't have the 3-point line.
No.
So with that being said, does that delineate from that record?
Just think if there was one though, he'd probably have a higher record.
Word.
I would actually say that whether he would have a little bit of a higher record, but not that much, because I mean he's
down low.
He's 7'2", and he's a post player, and his shot is the sky hook, and I don't see Jabbar pulling a sky hook from out there.
Dang.
I seen him. He did hit one from the corner. He has one 3-pointer for his career, and it was from the corner, and that shot looked pretty good. So maybe Coach Terra's right.
Maybe if he worked
If he
on
had
it,
the 3-pointer
Yeah.
though, do you think you would have practiced it and everything?
I bet
yeah,
he
most
would.
definitely.
So you mentioned the old school term here, and that homeboy back here probably has never heard in his lifetime, the sky hook.
The sky hook.
I mean, like, how come they don't do that anymore? Is it taboo?
I don't know. I actually thought that LeBron was going to pull a sky hook out last night to try to break the record, get in the post and get it up there, but he didn't. He pulled
do
it.
it.
He wanted to do a Jordan fadeaway instead. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, sky hook. Maybe you guys can coach up the girls to start practicing that hook. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I don't
Right
ever
here
do
on the
that.
big
Couldn't
boys.
even do one if I
I'm always the shorter post, so it's kind of, it's not really a sky hook, but something like that.
A little ground hook.
Yeah. Swoop.
Hey, so before you girls head out, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of props, and we're proud of you girls and your teams and the success that they've had on the court. And I'm sure you girls are kind of after them on their grades and stuff too. I noticed a lot of these young ones, these young kids, they're all real good in school, and I'm real happy for that. I think all the kids got their honor roll and superior honor roll and attendance awards today. So, shout out to all you kids that got the awards. You kids keep on doing good in school and keep on showing up to school. But just one word, a little bit of encouragement to you girls. You girls continue on doing what you're doing. Stay with these girls, push them hard, get after them, discipline them, but teach them all the fundamentals. Because like I was talking about at the end of the game last night, the team that has the best fundamentals in the fourth quarter is going to win the game. So I just encourage you like that to push forward and keep these girls going.
You guys have any shout outs or anything?
I did forget Presley Joe, so.
Oh, okay.
Presley Joe.
Yes.
I remembered.
We got it. Definitely.
Yeah, you girls give a couple shout outs before you girls head out.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the other coaches that aren't here today. Coach Vanna, Coach Isaac, Coach Doreen, Cacarona. And what else here? Oh, shout out to Eugene for all the behind the scenes work, coordinating everything for us, being the communicator, getting us organized and getting us that gym time, because that's crucial.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. We'll give him one of those, man.
There you go.
Eugene, you get one of those for today and stuff, for sure. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in. Hey, come back to the show because we got to talk about collegiate. You know what I mean? You guys played up at United Tribes, and I think there's a lot of girls that would probably want to hear some of those stories. And, playing at that level is a whole nother episode that we could probably do. And we want to kind of interview you guys about that. So Thanks for coming in tonight, donating your time and coaching, and good luck on the season and everything, y'all.
Yep, thanks, girls. Appreciate you.
Yep, most definitely. I'll come back. Just give me a heads up next time.
And have them work on that, the bench, dance or whatever. I mean, it'd be, so Garen said, he wants you guys to do this move and show them that move that you do at the.
We might just have them start scrubbing or something.
There you go.
There you go.
Tara's going to show them that, though.
Well, you said they all have attitudes, so just let them show their attitude in their little dance.
Yeah, you guys remember the one where the guy would make what was it? Back in the days and stuff. It was Mickey Mouse or something
Shaq.
like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? They Coach Q last week was looking for what was he looking for? Like an intro or like a saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Resius, what I call it, I need a...
kind of a logo, kind of slogan or something like that. You know what I mean? Because the guy that does "You Can Go All the Way" or Dick Vitale. He has something like that. If you guys can come up with one,
I need one.
Let them know.
I need one.
You're still on the hunt.
Yeah, because we're going to continue the sports show on for episodes and episodes to come. So I need something. All right.
All right, then.
All right. Thanks
y'all.
girls.
Yep, thanks for having us.
All right, Garen. Hey, just got a little Facebook message by my little brother Willie. He wanted me to mention something that is sports related.
Okay.
And it looks like Ho Chunk Inc. Community Engagement has teamed up with the Bandits and Ho Chunk Inc. and I believe the Boys and Girls Club. Okay. And it looks like on Saturday, March 4th, 2023 at 7 p.m., they're having a Sioux City Bandits Winnebago Youth and Family Night up there at the Tyson Center in Sioux City, Iowa. I'm just going to go ahead and read what it says on this little thing on Facebook. It says, what to expect. The Sioux City Bandits and Ho Chunk Inc. have teamed up to present the Winnebago Youth and Family Night on Saturday, March 4th at the Tyson Event Center. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock p.m. against the Rapid City Marshals. Ho Chunk has generously donated tickets to hundreds of youth to attend the game and invites all of the Winnebago community to attend the game. $5 off per ticket at the door as a Winnebago resident, tribal member, or Ho Chunk Inc. employee. So make sure, if you're interested, this sounds like a fun night for the kids. All the kids sound like they get free tickets. But if you want to be the one to take your child up to this game, it sounds like you get $5 off a ticket. Not exactly sure how much the tickets cost, but that's a good deal, though, to go up there for this Winnebago Community and Family Night up at the Tyson Event Center.
So we're going to try to pack the Tyson.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let's pack the place,
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 kids in my household, and I guarantee you I'm going to take those 3 up there to check the football game out.
Yeah, brought to you by HCI. We had Lance Morgan on Winnebago Talks yesterday, and he kind of mentioned that. Shout out to Caden Cleveland and Willie Bass and the GM. He came down to us Jordana connected us to him, and they're going to do some advertisements and whatnot. So we're also going to be giving away some tickets here at KWTN 100.9 FM. So if you have opportunity, make sure you go check that out, and let's do that. So good PSA, public service announcement, and as well as just a sports announcement in general.
Yep. Hey, well, I was real glad that the girls showed up tonight to talk about their youth teams. We were really interested in, we kept on hearing the girls were doing good. They were winning tournaments and whatnot. And I kind of wanted to hear it from the coaches on how their season's going and everything like that. So I really appreciate those girls coming in and kind of sharing with the rest of us about the third grade basketball squad that's coming up,
For sure.
Yeah. So, it looks like we're going to talk a little bit about youth wrestling right now. And we're going to go into this. Coach Adam Tramner has some other coaches over there. Darrell Zagurski and his dad are over there. Drew, and they have the high school kids, a couple high school kids stick around and help with the youth wrestling. Like I told you on the last week episode, my daughter was interested in wrestling, so we got her in. And good job by Adam Tramner and coaching staff on starting this new thing, the Company A Scouts. And what about that name, G? That Love name it. Right there? Yeah, we haven't heard that name for a long time, kind of a throwback dedication to Randy DeCora's old basketball team. Remember that? He used to call his team the Company A, or the Company A they call him. He always had Laker colored jerseys on too. And I believe that's what our old gas station was called before Ho Chung Inc. was made. The old gas station back in the day where facilities is at now, it was called Company A.
Remember they used to sell videos in there. You could go in there and rent some videos. You remember that?
Yeah, they had a video rental spot in there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think back to those old times, man. I wish I had some pictures like that so we could share those on
I'm sure we
Facebook,
do. The one back on the news should have some and stuff. We have to bust out those pictures. Hey, Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, Jordana, if you're listening, hey, girl, we need some pictures from the old Company A gas station from out there. All right, so continue on with the youth wrestling. So Company A Scouts, they have their very, very first wrestling meet coming up this coming Sunday in Pender. And they have the second grade and under. They start wrestling at 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Then the third and fourth grade, they start wrestling at 12:30. And then the fifth, sixth grade, they follow right immediately after the third and fourth. And then they even have a junior high division, and they are the ones that are going to be closing up the tournament. So good luck to the Winnebago Company A Scouts on their first youth wrestling meet down in Pender, Nebraska this coming Sunday.
Good luck.
Yeah, now my daughter is really excited about that, and it's her very first action. I mean, she's been practicing up there for the last 2 weeks, and matter of fact, I believe she is getting ready to start practice up there here in about 8 minutes.
All right.
And so she's really having a blast. One thing I really enjoy seeing is when I'm picking her up after practice, then her face is all sweaty,
Yeah.
And we always want our kids to get exercise in, and she loves this wrestling thing now. She just got done playing basketball for the season. She loves to get in the pool, and all those things that she likes to do. They're causing her to get out there and be active. So I'm really happy that she loves wrestling.
For sure.
Yeah, and we talked about wrestling. I heard wrestling's a harder practice than basketball or football. And I'm kind of hoping that that's the case. And these kids, all the kids that are going out for wrestling and putting in this work and stuff like that, they're going to be in shape, They're going to be in shape because you got to be in shape for that sport.
There's certain muscles, like in wrestling, you have to use every muscle, I would think, you know what I mean? Because depending on the situation that you get in yourself, with basketball, you got to run and gun, you know what I mean? Same with football, depending on what area of position you play. But in wrestling, you never know if you're going to be kind of on your back or you need to get in, in that position. And it's sometimes it's a lot of hand fighting, you know what I mean? But the takedowns and try to get that person to put their shoulder blades on the mat, man, you have to use your leg muscles. I've seen that before. You have to use your arms, your abs, everything. So I would imagine everything is pretty sore, and you use everything. Just like dancing. Like powwow dancing,
Yeah.
you know, I used to try to train, and I was like, hey, man, there's no kind of training except just dancing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So when you wrestle and practice wrestling, there's probably no better way to train than just to
There's
wrestle.
to wrestle, yeah, exactly. That I like that analogy right there. That's a good one right there. To add fancy dancing along into sports, because, man,
Yeah.
fancy dancing, that's more work than a lot of these sports. You know what I mean?
You know what? Grass dancing is harder than fancy dancing
Yeah.
because you use more muscles. Fancy dancing, you have to have the lungs, and you have to have kind of like fast legs and,
Yeah.
and whatnot and stuff. But when you grass dance, I mean, when I used to do the all arounds, man, there
You
was a little
gotta stay on beat. You gotta stay crouched down. You gotta
Right.
you gotta be stiff a little bit. You know,
For sure, man.
Oh man, yeah, I would imagine.
And then
you know.
traditional dancing is a whole nother ball game and
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
But the one that is probably the hardest to train for is the one that I excelled in, and that's a clown dance.
yeah, that is. How did you train for that, bro?
Hey, back in just basketball. Hey, back in the day, and this is the last time that I clown danced. 2009, the year that Michael Jackson passed away. Winnebago Power, we had a big old clown contest, and I went and dressed
Jumped
up
in
as a ghostly Michael Jackson. And bro, man, I'm like the oldest. I'm like the oldest Michael Jackson fan there is, man. I started dancing like Mike.
Yeah.
After the Motown 25 back in 1985.
Yeah,
man.
remember the dang, debut of the moonwalk? Woo!
So in that contest in 2009, they danced us to 5 powwow songs.
Ooh, man.
5 songs.
Iron Man clown contest for
then,
sure.
And then so during those 5 songs, I did every possible Michael Jackson move that I knew, and all in different times and stuff like that in front of different areas of the crowd. And then the last song they played was Poker Face by Lady Gaga. Is that who did that one?
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so they played that song just as a final song, and I heard somebody in the crowd say, "You didn't do the moonwalk yet," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't." And I was in, so I moonwalked halfway around that arena right there, and I think that's probably what got it for me.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
So you still holding, and you retired
After that, I hung it up, got the championship. I hung it up after that.
Off into the sunset.
Just like John Elway, do it, finish on top.
Yep, for sure.
All right, want to do a station identification.
KWTN 100.9 FM. You are dialed into the Winnebago Big Voice Sports Show with Coach Q, DJ Garanteed. We are talking about youth wrestling, and we're going to get into our next item, which is
high school wrestling. We're going to touch base on the high school wrestling real quick. Like the Winnebago Lady Indians district wrestling meet just happened. I believe it was on Monday. On Monday, the girls competed. I believe they went to Fremont and competed in the district meet. And we've been talking about this young lady for the past couple weeks. Been doing really good for the wrestling squad. Avani Wilkie from Winnebago. She, second time in her young career, has qualified for the Nebraska Girls State Wrestling Meet.
Yeah, she went down there last year.
Yeah.
We got to cover her. She didn't do fare too well and stuff, but I heard she really improved this year. I just talked to Tramner, the coach there, before we went on to the stream yesterday at the basketball game. I said, how's it looking? You know what I mean? Like, who all qualified? Because we sent 3 girls down there last year, and we're going to send one again this year, and that's Wilkie. And he mentioned that the boys will be up this weekend, and we'll find out what boys go down. And he said there's about a good handful of them that we're going to try to take a shot, and they have a good chance of making it down there.
Yeah, the boys have a number of good wrestlers down there. They're I didn't see anybody like dominant like how we talk about Wilkie, but they're consistent. They're consistent as a team. I think the majority of the boys that all are out for wrestling, they're all placing second, third, fourth. They're all racking up those team points.
Yeah.
And that's why in the recent past we've been talking about the boys placing. They're placing 6 out of 16 teams or something like that. They're doing really well as a team. And districts is like any other sport at the postseason. It's what you train for all season long. And like we was talking about just a second ago, that wrestling is hard practice,
Yeah.
really hard practice with the drills you have to do. You have to not only work on your endurance, but you have to work on your strength and be able to, and like you said, wrestle people is the best way, because that resistance that you're getting, that's what you got to train on. And then there's a whole dictionary full of moves that you can do in certain situations, and then they have nicknames for those moves, and oh man, it's just such hard work, and I think the boys are gonna do really well coming up, and like at the postseason, you practice all season long for this postseason, because you could be 0-21 on the season, but when you get to postseason, if you don't lose, you could be a state champion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so, just like any other sport, you got to train as hard as you possibly can. And then when you get in front of that big old crowd at districts, maybe the crowd's going to hype you up, and maybe you can do something, and all of a sudden, you get surprised somebody and you're going to Lincoln.
Right.
So.
It's Omaha.
In
wrestling.
Omaha.
Yeah. I like it in Omaha.
Oh, it's
different.
CHI Center.
Yeah, because basketball is in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Man, we have problems with freaking. Remember that time that Winnebago basketball went down to, and they couldn't find a venue big enough to hold all the fans and stuff? They had to change. See, that's why I would like the basketball tournaments over in Omaha as well. That's just my opinion. But they have the wrestling down in Omaha, which is everybody turns out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like.
We
should all go down there.
I would just say the same thing. We should go cover that,
For real.
That would be awesome.
And have a
right
section,
there.
because you'll hear that down there at the CHI Center. Because we went down there for the Terrence Crawford fight, and it was packed.
Yep.
Wrestling is packed. And you'll hear like crowds just going nuts. And there's 8 mats going at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, I wonder who they're cheering for. But if we had a section, you know what I mean, that they could look up after they win and just give them like, hey, this is for you guys and stuff. That's goals.
Okay. So listeners out there, wrestling fans, if you guys end up going down to the state wrestling meet, let's all sit together. Let's all get a spot together, and we'll hype it up over there. That's
for sure. That's a good idea, man.
Yeah. And
even if you haven't been able to understand wrestling, because I was like, how the heck are they getting these points, or what just happened? Is the match over just like that? Let's do some training. You know what I mean? Maybe we can get Coach Tramner or one of the wrestling coaches up here and to say, hey, what are we looking for when you see that? Because man, I seen like a gal that was like competing in the 120 division, and she was literally like the Exorcist backwards. You have to be really your tendons and all that, and she didn't give up. You know what I mean? I was like, wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be really limber and
strong. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, those little guys and stuff, man. Those wrestling matches are pretty interesting. When Prosper went down and wrestled in the heavyweight, that it was like, big guys and stuff, and
it's like going to WWE for the main event.
Yeah, and you get to see the power in that, you know what I mean? But there's a different game and a mindset when you go down to the weight divisions, 120 division.
Yep.
You have to play kind of a chess match.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna learn since my little girl's in it now. I'm gonna learn that game real quick. I'll probably be like, what's that?
Right,
or how come you're not counting, or whatever. I'll learn it. So I want to say, and I know you're going to say this too, but good luck, Ivani.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, good luck, Ivani. Go down there and represent, man. I mean, I know that last year was an experience. Last year's experience getting down there. Now you know what to expect.
Right.
You know what to expect now. So go down there, represent, and I know you want that state championship.
She's a sophomore.
Yeah,
she's a sophomore.
So push yourself for that state championship.
She has a good shot.
Yeah, and then shout out to Trevor and Courtney for raising such a talented and aggressive and, man, just passionate young lady like that. To go out there and tear it up like that. Good luck.
I'll have to find to see maybe on the next episode and stuff, because it's going to be in 2 weeks. It's not going to be this weekend, but the state finals is going to be in 2 weeks. But it shows her where she's seated in the bracket and the division. I think it's 140 that she's in. I seen it come out on the website. So if we can find that, we'll bring the graphic up. We'll post it on the Winnebago Big Voice, and let's try to all sit together and cheer her on.
Yeah, I think that'll be great. Okay, so moving down, next topic, we're going to talk about the esports team. The esports team. We sent. We had Coach Bells here last week. Man, gave us all a good rundown of what the esports is all about. The kids went down.
Yeah. Before we do that here, we got some comments here. I just wanted to kind of read them off here. And Jordana had a good suggestion. She said, shut down the school and the tribe just like they did for the 2015 basketball. I think what they did, here's what the council did. And I'll get clarification tomorrow because I'll put it on their radar screen. If you wanted to attend, you had, they did a blanket because remember when Winnebago football had to play in the afternoon? If you wanted to go support, you know what I mean, you had the opportunity to, with your supervisor approval, to attend that game.
Yeah.
I think it was against Pine Ridge or Tiosh Bazina or whatnot and stuff. So we appreciate the council support and stuff, but that's a good idea as well. And she also says, let's see here, even if you're not a wrestling fan, there, go down and support Go Big Blue for sure, man. I like that idea. Who else do we got here? I think we got some shout outs here, some family members doing some shout outs. So real quick, we're just wanting to get to that. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Big Voice Sports Show here on KWTN 100.9 FM. All right, so she said, yes, let's talk about esports.
Okay, I know. I'll say esports now. I don't know if you can pull up that graphic from the Winnebago Public Schools Facebook page. They have a picture of the boys, of the teams, the two teams that went down there and tore some stuff up down there at the state tournament. And
that's the robotics. My bad.
And it looks like we got third place, I believe, in the Mario Kart, I believe it was.
Yeah, Mario Kart, man, taking home champ back to back, guys. That is freaking awesome.
Well, there was, I think, Cassius Carnes and Hannah Decora.
There you go.
Okay, is that the Mario Kart one? Go to the other one real fast. There's another one. So it's a picture of Cassius and Eugene.
That one?
Yeah. Oh, that one right there. Yeah. Those three young men right there.
Clash Royale. They took third place. So they Winnebago medaled twice down there. Dang.
This one right here, the young men are posed here, and they got the bronze medal right there for Clash Royale. That's the game that they played. Mm-hmm. And then we got some back-to-back state champs.
Hey, just real quick here. Do you know the parents of these kids? Cassius' parents?
That's Lily Snow.
Yep.
And then that's Eugene and Brooks' boy right there. And I'm not sure who that youngster is right there.
I think that's Esther's boy.
Esther
Mercer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but let me know. I believe that is.
Yeah, well, congratulations, you guys. I mean, that's right there. I mean, last year Winnebago already put this esports put Winnebago on the map down there, and the boys just are continuing on.
Yeah.
Congratulations to those boys. Really proud of you guys for going out there and representing our school.
How about the back-to-back champs? You know who parents are those?
No, let's see here. I'm sorry, guys, but this one on the far left right here, I'm not sure who that one is.
Yeah.
But the second one, I believe that's Devin Houghton.
Yeah.
That's Amy and Danny's boy.
Okay.
And
okay.
Then,
he was in the musical, man. He did an excellent job.
Yeah, he's good. He's
sure.
good. He's good. Keep an eye on that young man. And then the middle one is Damon Pear Jr.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then not too sure who the fourth one is there, but then
I want to give a shout out to the fourth one. That's Marlon Musso.
Oh, Marlon Musso.
And he's one of our, because Jordana brought him on.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
one of our ACI apprentices.
Yeah.
He has his own show, man. Doing his thing.
Now I recognize him. Yeah, and then the last one right there, Eugene Hana, he was on the other team too. So that young man medaled twice himself. So
dang,
congratulations to him.
For sure, man.
Yeah, so
good job, guys.
Really proud of those guys.
Coach, everybody.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
and then remember Coach Bale said that there's like 3 different seasons or something like that. So, you boys, good luck in this next one coming up.
Eye coordination, man.
Yeah, man.
Good job, guys.
I love that one right there. All right, man. So, real quick, because I think we're about coming to an end here. I just want to touch base on high school basketball real quick. Like I said earlier, Winnebago.
I want to say last night's game. was really good I seen a lot of good things, positive. For the girls, they hung in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should have won. I
Yeah.
thought so. Big Bear, third quarter, man, both teams. Ooh, it's just tough on that third quarter.
Basketball can get scrappy. End of the season, postseason coming up, all teams are gonna be scrappy,
Yeah.
So sometimes those fourth quarters, man, it's like,
Right.
But we got to go back to fundamentals, like we talked about last night. The team that's the better fundamentals in the fourth quarter is gonna win.
Yeah.
Because you have to rely on your fundamentals in the fourth quarter because most of your good players are tired.
Yeah.
And then you can't.
Coach
just keep on
Harlan was
going.
back too.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
kind of helped him out, and called the OG coach,
Yeah,
Todd Alberts.
we only got a couple. I think the girls only got one more game left.
Yeah.
Against Santee.
Home game.
Boys got 2 games left, and then that's it. And then it's the postseason.
Yeah.
It is a quick season. I wish we can go back to the beginning of the season again, but
I thought for sure the girls were gonna come away with that win because you said the record was like 4 wins and then the rest were losses and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought for sure we were gonna get that one last night, but we came up short.
yeah, they learned a lot last night that I noticed.
Yeah.
And you got to remember that we only have, I think, 1 senior on the squad now.
Okay.
And then so all the rest of the girls are all still learning, and when
Yeah.
you see a close game like that against a good team, you kind of get a little better feeling about maybe not this year,
Yeah.
but next year we're gonna look good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So and then my question was, are we ready for the postseason? And you've been watching the games. I've been watching the games. I'm just gonna give you a little feel of mine.
Okay.
I think the Winnebago girl team, I think that we are ready, as ready as we're going to be for this upcoming postseason. They're playing way better defense in that 2-3 zone.
Okay.
Because they started off the year in man-to-man, but this 2-3 zone, they're really playing good defense. That's why they hung in the game last night, because they're playing really good in that zone. So they stick to that zone.
Yeah.
And we just, in the next week or so, week and a half before we get to these postseason games, just work on your shooting.
Okay.
Practice your shooting. Just get in the gym and, how much ever you shoot on a regular day, go shoot 2 or 3 times more than that. Because then
As
our
it
shots
comes
will fall.
to the postseason.
Yeah, then our shots will start falling a little bit more if we get more of that practice and, those reps. So, but as for the boys team, I could say this. I said this last night. We were on a roller coaster all year long.
Yeah.
With having a full squad, not a full squad.
Yeah.
Playing like a team, not playing like a team. Playing real good defense, not playing good defense. Ball dropping for us,
Yeah.
ball not dropping for us. It's been a teeter-totter for us. But right now, especially because Winnebago's got 2 games, they got 2 good games to use as quizzes before the final test at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We play Santee tomorrow. We play West Point next week.
Yeah. You going up to Santee?
Yeah. I'll be at both games.
Check it out.
My boy plays. So
Are they
always
offering
trying.
a live stream?
Santee,
do you know?
Good question. I will actually let everybody know because I'll find that out.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Santee has their own.
Yeah, well, I would like to check that out and
YouTube
stuff.
page.
We got Res Ride tomorrow with MCBKC, so I'll be here. But I would like to see the outcome of that game and just kind of see how the boys do.
Well, what time is Res Ride?
It's at 4 to 6. Yeah.
Okay, so make sure and tell DJ BKC
Yeah.
to play some travel music because we'll all be on the road during that
Oh
time
yeah,
up
you
there
guys
on
get
the way
signal
up.
there. Okay.
Yeah, so
For sure.
make sure and tell him to play some
hype up basketball music.
Exactly. There you go.
He said he played a warm up song back in you guys' day, what the guys used to warm up to.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot what song it was and stuff, but he was like, "This is what the boys used to warm up to," and I was like, "Dang, that's a pretty dope song."
He didn't bring this up, but at some of our home games, especially our junior and senior year, Brian used to bring his keyboard. He had a big giant keyboard. He used to bring that, and he actually used to play music on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has to play music on that, like during halftime and
He's gonna have to
stuff like that.
Bring that in.
Yeah,
shoot,
exactly.
Let's do it. MCBKC. Bring
Yeah.
the keyboard in.
So I say as long as the high school boys in these last, I'd say okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to state, 6, 7, 8 for the state championship. So 8 games. If the boys all show up, if we have a full squad, if they play the defense like they played against Bancroft and against Ponca, if they pass the ball and play like a team like they did against Ponca, Bancroft, and like Omaha South,
Why not? I mean, that game right there is a prime example that Winnebago had them
Yep.
here. They won. Go into the Lewis and Clark tournament first round. Why not's number 1 seed? Would you think there was a little overconfidence on Winnebago's side?
I do think that overconfidence played a huge role in that one. But one thing that's kind of not really talked about, and not trying to throw it out there, but Winnebago had the 3 guards we've been talking about all year long with Lovejoy and Blackfish and Barrage. All 3 of them are. Well, I know that Lovejoy got his 1,000 point, but all 3 of those boys are going to get their 1,000 point this year.
Okay.
And so maybe sometimes that kind of make them lose focus a little bit about you know how close you are and stuff like that.
We asked Billy, our statistician, Billy Decora, and he went and asked Blackfish. He missed a few games. Blackfish did, so he's about 200 and some behind for that 1,000 to get that 1,000. He needs 200 and some points. Yeah. Might not happen this year.
So we that could possibly happen if he could just hoops for those last 9 games.
Yeah, man, he's gonna need like 50 points a game.
But
it's possible.
It would probably be about 23 points a game or something like that. But it's possible. But you know, don't make that your goal. We want to go win a ship. You know, that's what we want to do.
I don't know about Barrage. Do you know?
No, I don't know either. But I'm sure they all know.
Yeah,
you know, I'm sure that they all know this. You know, in the locker room and stuff like that. But
does that play a factor into kind of your team camaraderie?
I think in some degree. Well, hey, perfect example. You want to talk about last night? You know, LeBron. He wanted to get his 36 points.
Yeah, but they lost.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, you boys play like a team. Play defense. Let's go, guys. You guys have so much talent on that team that there's no reason why we shouldn't be in Lincoln going for that ship. You know?
Yeah. So when they do come out, and I know they have some Santee, we would invite you folks to come out and join them. I noticed that Coach Bear kind of posted that the Lewis and Clark, when they made it, I forgot what they ended up in the tournament. Do you know what place they got?
Well, Winnebago got 5th place.
5th place, yeah.
Yeah, they lost their first game to Wynot, then they won their next 2 on the constellation bracket. They got 5th. And then Santee, they were runner-up in their conference tournament.
Big game.
Yeah,
and so show your support.
Hey, like you said last night during the game, we're not gonna find out who is the best ball team on the res this year because Winnebago and Omaha Nation haven't played.
Yeah,
and that game was never rescheduled. So
I see that one of the Omaha Nation players got their 1,000 point last night against Walt Hill. I forgot the guy's name, but
I think his name was Keon.
Yeah.
He got his 1,000 point. Yeah, congratulations to that young man.
That's
Coach's
cool.
boy. That's Creighton's boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so then he's been having a dunk fest down there too in Omaha Nation.
Dang.
I think I saw about 4 or 5 videos this year for dunks.
Nice.
So
some highlights. I thought Lovejoy was gonna dunk it last night. I had a perfect angle on it. I was directing last night's show. And I was like, all right, guys, get ready. Here comes the dunk. But it was a layup. You know, maybe a little hard on the knees or whatever and stuff. Yeah. But the place would have went nuts if it was a dunk. Anyways, Omaha Nation, what class are they? Are they in the same class?
I believe they're C2.
C2, and we're C1.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Santee's
Walt Hill's
D1, and I think Walt Hill's D1.
D2?
Because they play 6-man football down there.
Dang, what would be dope if all of them went? You know what I mean? All 4 teams.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. Man.
That would be awesome. I talked to Creighton and at the beginning of the season, and I was like, "You guys got to make a run for state and stuff." And he said, "We should. We got the talent."
Yeah.
And if we don't, you know, it's on me as a coach. Yeah. So, you know, those words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Omaha Nation.
Good luck, you guys. Hey, good luck, Omaha Nation, Winnebago, Santee, Walt Hill. Postseason coming up. You guys all get ready. You know, and good luck out there, you guys. I hope that you guys make it further than each other, you know?
Yeah.
And so let's go. Let's all try to get to Lincoln. We got one more topic, and then we're out of here.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Me and you's going to pick up on that LeBron thing, and I'm not going to talk too much about it. I just made sure that I told Coach Menez was supposed to join us today. He's a big LeBron fan. And I had a little conversation with him. He's got class tonight. He couldn't make it. And I just told him, I said, well, I wanted you to come on so we can discuss this LeBron taking over on the point leader. And then he's like, I can't make it, man. I said, well, it's going to be a good conversation, good vibes. So
good vibes.
myself, I just wanted to mention this, like, you know, to reach a goal like that is almost impossible.
Yeah.
You know, you asked me 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would have said it's impossible. But LeBron, he keeps his body in shape so much that I think he's got another 4 or 5 years left.
Yeah. And he said that.
Yeah, and as long as he can keep his body in shape, and then if he can continue on scoring the way he is, he will be like the score leader for years and years and years to come.
Yeah.
And so myself, I'm excited to watch the NBA every year just to see if there's going to be another next person.
Right.
There's a couple people and that's what I was thinking about. I think Luka, Steph Curry, maybe Giannis might be able to
get up there,
but they got to keep their bodies in shape.
Yeah.
For 20 years, no big injuries, no setbacks, can't get a better score than you on your team, none of that kind of stuff.
Right.
You gotta do work to get that.
I mean, NBA's changing, and it changes every year. As far as we were talking about the skyhook. They don't do the skyhook anymore.
No.
And you think about the body type, and LeBron has a certain body that works for him. He could shoot the three, but he could also go down and dunk it. You know what I mean? He just has that. And I think, far as the other guys, Giannis maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that he could probably do that. I'm not really in tune to NBA and stuff, but I do know that we were going to talk about this too. Is homeboy headed out to Dallas?
Oh yeah, that's the other NBA news. Lil Mountain, my nephew,
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving, demanded a trade like on Friday or
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden on Sunday,
He's gone
he's gone.
for sure.
And he got shipped down to the Dallas Mavericks. Now Kyrie Irving is going to be in the backcourt with Luka Doncic.
There you go. You got the jersey yet?
Man, I mean that right there. I heard one person say, with Luka and Kyrie always leading the ball in their hand to do stuff, that it's not a good mix. But I mean, the defense that people play on Dallas, they always double team Luka, and try to get the ball out of his hands. So hey, get it to somebody else that can score in their hands,
Right.
Then maybe that'll kind of free up Luka for some easier shots now or something.
Yeah.
You never know. But they play tonight. So we're gonna tune in. And
Okay.
I believe it's on ESPN. They play tonight. And,
Irving was with Cavaliers.
yep.
Remember that?
Won a championship.
Yeah, and then he went out to the Celtics. That's when I became a fan, was when he was with the Celtics. And then I think went somewhere. Then the Nets did something where he didn't get to get a vaccine, and so they didn't allow him to play in New York or something like that. I'm like, what the freak?
Yeah, and then all this other stuff with the anti-Semitic things, they made him sit down again. And
Yeah. Like,
then another time he just took leave of absence because he had to sort things out,
Right.
And so that I think that's why a lot of teams kind of iffy on him. But I heard him say in a statement that the Nets, they didn't respect him. He wants to be somewhere where he's appreciated.
Okay.
And not just tolerated. That's what his words were. So
I always remember he went and he got the sage.
Oh yeah.
The conch.
Yeah.
Lit it up and blessed the arena. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Shoot, he's back to his roots and stuff.
Yeah, that's
How
what he
cool
said.
is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so hey, one last thing. Congratulations to LeBron James, though. The incredible feat like that. You gotta give credit when credit is due, and credit is due to say that that basketball player is amazing. So Manny, want to give nothing but good vibes to you for LeBron getting that accomplishment.
As we come to the end here, your weekly winner and loser. So your
All
winner,
right.
I already know who your winner is.
I'm going to LeBron James.
Yeah, for
And,
sure,
yeah,
man.
I'm going to give him my weekly winner. Enjoy that, because that's probably the only time that I'm going to give LeBron the weekly winner unless he can get another championship.
All right, and then your loser. Do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
I'll go real quick.
Okay.
The weekly loser is the Brooklyn Nets. They shouldn't have let Kyrie go.
Oh, okay. So I got the weekly winner because I think Irving is going to be. Kyrie is going to be a lot happier in Mavericks, so he's my winner for the week. And then my loser. Okay, so I read this. Check this out. Aaron Rodgers. You know who that is, right?
Yep.
Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to Super Bowl. We got to get your pick before we head out of here. Aaron Rodgers doesn't know what he wants to do. If he wants to retire, if he wants to get traded, or if he wants to stay with the Green Bay Packers. He said he's going to lock himself in a room for 4 days with no lights and 4 nights to figure it out.
What?
Yeah, and he said that room has like a slit for it for the bathroom and for food. 4 days and 4 nights. He's gonna emerge, and he's gonna debut to the world what he's gonna do.
He better go live.
So
Make it a little hype.
yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, man. What is he did the vaccine? He's just come on, man. You're gonna be a Green Bay Packer. Don't play with the fans like that. So you're my loser. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know?
Hey, you know, he could be actually a loser and a winner at the same time because he also this past weekend won a championship in the Pro-Am golf
Dang.
tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got some money. And
So
stuff.
hey, even if he does retire, you know he's probably gonna go golfing.
You know what? When they mentioned that he bought a house in Tennessee, Green Bay, so he might be playing for Tennessee
No
Titans.
way.
Yeah, so this
Hey, wishful thinking.
we might go back. I don't want him. No, I'm just playing. All right, Super Bowl, Eagles, Chiefs.
Gotta go with the Eagles.
The score.
37-30.
Dang, it's gonna be a good game, huh?
I think so.
Okay, I gotta go with the Eagles.
Go with the
You know
Eagles?
why? Because they got homeboy from Nebraska there.
On the Domkin Sue.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So he's gonna bring back the championship, man.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm gonna go with Chiefs gonna score 21 points and the Eagles 35. It's gonna be a blowout.
Okay.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
sounds good to me.
Let's do it. We appreciate you guys joining us for KWTN 100.9, the Big Voice Sports Show with Coach Q. Any shout outs?
Shout out to all the ball players out there getting ready for the postseason. Shout out to all you coaches to get those guys prepared.
Yeah.
Come back next week, y'all.